What's up, everybody? What's up, Junglist Gamer? Yes, it's me. Happy Friday, guys. You know what that means. Hello, Nihon. My coveted. My coveted second cup of coffee. It's so nice. But I don't know why I just held my cup like that. Ridiculous. You just spent $100 in my store. Why, thank you. Thanks for the love. This coffee is thick. Because I like it that way. What's my usual coffee order? My usual coffee order is coffee at home because I don't really like the way a lot of places make coffee here. Because I like a really thick, dense coffee. So I just make it in a mocha pot. And then you get this thick, dense coffee. They call it espresso, but a true espresso is made in a machine, not on the stove in a mocha pot. But that's my preferred cup of coffee, unless I'm in, a place where they know how to serve espresso the right way. And then if I go out for coffee and I'm running around and I just need one, I usually just take a cappuccino because it cuts through the acidity in coffee here. Because my coffee at home is not acidic at all. A coffee so thick and dense it voted for an orangutan. Thankfully, that's not what coffee does. Okay. Boxies, thank you for the sub. Sulgod, thanks for the gifted sub. Lucas1024, thank you for the gifted sub. Catbox style, cable cheesh. Oh swoon, thanks for the subs, you guys. Welcome to my channel. It's a lovely Friday here. You know, it's crazy. It's about 32 degrees Celsius here in LA. That's like 90. But somehow this room stays cold. Even yesterday it was about the same. It was the same temperature and my hands started getting cold while I was in here. Doesn't make sense. But anyways, the giveaway, so, okay, there is a giveaway going. I will probably keep it going for 2 weeks because you need 250 points to enter the giveaway. And you get points 1 by following and 2 just by watching the stream. So I want people that are new to the channel to be able to start earning points and, have a fair chance. And you don't have to be a subscriber to enter the giveaway. You'll get either a t-shirt or a tank top from my shop sent to you. And whoever the winner is, yes, I will send anywhere in the world. So it doesn't matter where you are. You'll get it. It's a lovely day in central British Columbia. It's been raining most of the day with winds around 60. 60 knots. No way. Video. Please, I want to see video of that. And if whoever the winner is for the giveaway, if you want it signed, I'll sign it, no problem. I have not, thank you. I have not watched Succession yet, no. There's too many good things to watch. It sounds good though. What's up, Corby? Can you buy shirts? Yes. There you go. There's my shop. You can buy them there. Has anyone told you you look like the girl from Riverdale? A bunch of people in chat have said that, and actually some people in real life have said that. I don't know what she looks like. I still haven't looked her up on the internet because I don't watch Riverdale. Should I watch Riverdale? Okay, so you guys that are new to the channel, unfortunately I had to make the channel English only recently. There's just too much love, you know? Can't control it all. So, please stick to English only. The moderators will give you friendly reminders if you're new to the channel, but if you continue to use other languages, they will time you out. And then if you mess with them, you know, and you're rude, a ban. But, much love to everybody, everywhere. Keep on being positive. Hell yes. No Klingon allowed. That's right. Riverdale is for preteens. That's what I thought. But I also feel like there's people with nieces, nephews, and kids that watch it. So. I'm not banning the Russians. Don't be a hater, please. Start mewing and get better with your life. Dude, I went down a YouTube hole of black hole of just watching those videos. You guys want to see some of those videos? They're kind of funny sometimes. Anything like hilarious happening on the internet today other than decision. You can't moderate a language you don't understand, and you're required by terms of service to make good faith edit to moderate. That's right. That is right. So I have moderators. I have several moderators that speak several different languages. And for a while it was okay, but because I stream at so many random hours and odd times of day, it just became much more simple because I don't want to hold up a stream just because maybe one of the people isn't available. It's becoming too stressful. But it sucks because it's nice, and that's part of what Twitch is about, you know, people coming together and not just communicating with me, but communicating with each other. Does mewing even work? I have no idea. Everyone's flipping out over King Jesus. Is that new, what's his name? Kanye Bull? Yeah. No. Are we gonna see you in Boiler Room? If they hit me up, hell yeah. You gotta know people. Orange looks good on you. Thank you. Took your puppy to the vet today, and the poor thing has tapeworms. Oh, that's, well, meh. I was gonna say that sucks, but that's pretty common. Your dog will be fine. You just gotta, you know, be extra cautious. Make a t-shirt that says Optimus Prime is actually a piggy bank. Have I seen what's happening in Chile? Yes, I have. Here's my Twitter where, you know, we can talk about that kind of stuff more. Eric42593, King Sack, and Swoon, Garganoit. Thanks for the subs, you guys, and for the gifted subs. I know one language, unfortunately. Have I ever seen people with my t-shirt on the street? Once in Italy. It was pretty funny. But I have a lot of friends that will hit me up when they see people and then like take photos and send them to me. It's funny. Do I get recognized often? Yes. What is my greatest fear? This is better than the question the other day that somebody asked, which was like, do you have any phobias? I feel like everyone has to have a phobia, right? But I just couldn't think of one. So I don't think I do. I'm sure I do. My greatest fear. I don't know. Now I've gone through life where I've lost people really close to me. So now because I've experienced that in such a deep way, sometimes, you know, that fear of losing other people scares the shit out of me. But I wouldn't say it's my greatest fear. That's just life. Something you have to learn to accept. Greatest fear is probably losing one of my 5 senses. Manuel CG26 Vigs out there with the gifted sub. Thanks you guys for the subs. Team Borscht. You wonder why so many Russians in here? Because the Russians love me. And I've been to Russia. And don't worry, I do have Russian moderators. Which languages do you understand? Not many. I can understand a little Spanish and a little Italian. That's it. It really always depends on the context of the conversation. streaming undercover because I was learning how to use everything, and I wasn't in here. I was like on my couch. And then once I got a little bit more comfortable with the setup, I started to announce it in April or May. Then I was streaming for a bit then. Then I went out of town for the summer and I did some IRL stuff, and then it just became impossible. So I did like a month and a half of no streams and then got back in September and started streaming again. Make a shirt for my LGBT fans. I think most of my shirts have me on them, so they kind of already are. But if you mean one more specific, yes, why not? Vigs, thanks for the gifted sub. What would make me really happy today? Well, the good weather's making me pretty happy, so that's a nice start. And I did acupuncture this morning, so I'm feeling pretty good today. Comments in other languages. Are comments in other languages translated directly into English so I can read them? Unfortunately, they're not, and that's why the new chat rule is English only. The purpose of the miniature hourglass back there, it's just cute. I got it in Hong Kong when I was there a few years ago. So, I like it. What would you rather lose? Sight, smell, or hearing? Dude, no smell, no taste. No sight? Jesus, man, I don't know. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that. Too difficult. Fearful of tasting expired milk by accident. I've poured it into a tea once, but luckily I caught it. No, that's why we should just allow real milk to be sold here. It lasts 2-3 days, and you have to throw that shit out. But no, ultra pasteurized. Hi Mariana, good to see you in here. I'm good, hope you've been good. Yes, I've heard of Death Stranding, but I have not played it. You hooked up with a girl on Tinder because her profile pic was my love t-shirt? That's great. I love when I bring people together. Isn't it interesting the conservative nature of dress versus just chatting? Dress how I dress when I go to the grocery store. I'm not gonna change that. I like my coffee black. Yes, you see? And I stopped putting sugar in my coffee back in March. So sugar-free. It's better for me. Allows a little more room for other sugary vices. Sometimes I make coconut milk or almond milk though at home because it's so much better than the stuff you buy. And then I'll put it in there because it's like a little, I don't know, it's more like a dessert in a way. Yes, I was in Saints Row 3. Played Viola. What's a common misconception of being a DJ? A lot of people think it's just pressing buttons. Well, there you go. You just said it. But it's more than that. Technology has just made it easier and more accessible for a lot of people. I learned on real vinyl, so for sure that helped me. But the biggest thing is you really have to keep the crowd energized and understand how to read a crowd and know when something's not working and be able to be creative and quick enough to switch out of something if it's not working. Yes, I have been to Brazil. I've been to Sao Paulo and Rio. I hope you're safe from the wildfire stuff happening down here. It's happening everywhere, and the air quality is pretty terrible. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, it was even worse. I think the biggest fires right now are sort of not contained, but the location, they're on like another side of a mountain and going into a different valley. So not into the LA Valley proper this way. But a couple weeks ago, they were going all into LA, and I was downtown, and you could just see the sky completely gray. It's crazy. Would I shave my hair? No, I have a big ass head. I would not shave. I've always been curious. I won't lie. Especially because it became a comeback, and a lot of girls are doing it, but nah. My head is too big. Wouldn't work on me. How is my day going? Great. Thank you. When will I come to Ecuador? I don't know. There's a lot of places I would like to visit. I hope you guys are doing okay out there. It's a crazy month for you guys. I will get a better camera eventually, Atlas. Does my owl necklace have a special meaning? Nope, I just love owls. Always have. I just thought it was cute. Have I ever dyed my hair? I did a semi-permanent darker color, which was it was like a chocolate brown, almost black. And then I once used a gold Halloween spray that ended up making me look blonde. It was disgusting. I can never go blonde. But no, I've never dyed my hair. I'm really just not into it. I'm sure I will eventually, but not now. Business up front, wavy part in the back. That's right. I hate it. Am I a full-time streamer now? Not full-time. I think right now I have on my schedule, I'm streaming at least 3 days a week. Hopefully more, if I can. Make a shirt that says nothing about me is straight and feature my hair on it. Yes. What am I playing tonight? Did I remember to save on Blair Witch? Yes, and I did the night before, or 2 days before. I also saved, but what I remembered is the game has it tells you when you first start the game, but the game has this feature where if you're starting a chapter and you say you complete a few things in the chapter, but you don't complete the entire chapter, when you restart the game, even if you saved it, it makes you start from the beginning of the chapter anyways. So it's annoying, but whatever. The fashion vlogger thing is legendary. Yes, it is. If Hillary finds out how many Russian followers, she'll call me a Russian asset. You know, actually, in Russia, some strange, I don't remember if it was a website or a blog, but they named me I forget if it was the 10 or the 13 junta, which means I was a part of a group of 10 or 13 people that were considered an enemy because I believe in people's rights. I was like, I made it. And people still have me come out there and promote projects that I was doing. So, hey, power to the people. Did I ever try the gender swap app? Yeah, I looked like my brother. Does feeling good equal happy? Today, yes. Not all the time. Jean-Claude, no, we have a joke, an ongoing joke about that in my channel. It's called RSF, or Resting Stoned Face. I just look like this. And eventually, we will make t-shirts too. Spitz Flames, thank you for the sub. So, for those of you new to the channel or who don't know, I'm still doing a giveaway. I'll keep it running for a couple more weeks. To enter the giveaway, just use the command giveaway to enter. Make sure you are signed in because everybody should have more than 0 points, no matter what. Because once you follow the channel, which you have to do to be in chat anyways, once you follow the channel, you earn points just by following, and then you earn more points by watching my streams, and you'll win one of the t-shirts or a tank top from my store, whatever color you want, whatever size you want, and I will ship anywhere in the world. Have I ever considered patenting my own color? No, that would be funny. I always whistle. I don't know. I'm like whistling. I was whistling to the music. 1 month no sugar. Good for you. I'm not anti-sugar. I'm still eating sugar. It's just that I drink coffee every single day. And I figured, you know, try to cut it out if I can. And I was able to do it. The first 2 weeks sucked. I had headaches a lot. It was crazy, and I never get headaches. Usually I have 1 cup of coffee per day. I've tried to restrain myself from having more than that. And then on Fridays, I have 2. Not a vegan. You don't need sugar with good coffee. How do you make homemade almond milk? It's so easy. It's so easy. You just take a cup of almonds, soak them in water overnight with like a pinch of salt, raw almonds, and then you rinse them off in the morning. Put them in a blender with filtered water, like 3-4 cups, depending on how thick you like it. And then you can get this. You can use cheesecloth, but they sell a bag online for $10. So I make it quite often, so it's worth it having the bag. Then you just blend it in the blender with the filtered water for a couple minutes. And then you pour it in this bag, strain it, and then pour it in a container. And if you want it sweet, you can add like half of a date inside, and it sweetens it naturally. So good. But I like it raw with nothing in it. No, lawn roller, I do not. Sizio, what is that emote you have going there? Ah, it tells me. Yes. This girl looks like me. Because it's so small, that's hilarious. Okay, but it's not. I expanded it. No, I don't scratch when I spin. J Rillas, thank you for the sub. Yes, I saw Joker. Have I been in Portugal? Yes, I've been to Lisbon, of course, Estoril, and Porto. I loved Porto. It was beautiful. Actually, I loved Estoril too. And I went like 30 minutes outside to, I'm blanking on the name, but a little town with all the ancient Moorish castles. Psh, amazing. Where would I like to go that I haven't been? There's so many places I would like to go, but really on the top of my list is to go back to Japan, because I only went to Tokyo. I fell in love with it. And I would love to see Morocco and Cuba. Those are the 2 places I've wanted to go since I was really young, since I was a kid. Send me the clip, Fluffy. You want me to be the Bond girl in the next 007 movie? That'll never happen. You have a huge head also. If you get too thin, you don't think your body would be able to support it. Yes, I've been all over Germany. Berlin, Hamburg, Munich, Frankfurt. I did a drive from Munich to Frankfurt too. And I played at Atonal Festival. Are owls a Greek thing? They are an ancient, they are a very, they're a big, they have a lot to do. Why can I not speak? Yes, in ancient Greece, owls were very important. took a photo together in Istanbul in 2015. I was not in Istanbul in 2015. That was a Mrs. Doubtfire alert. Yes, it was. I programmed all of those alerts myself. And, well, programmed. I really thought about that. All my alerts. Let me say that. And I went online finding random stuff that I thought could be cool. I look like Lara Croft without, you know, the bajunga. It is, what time is it here? It's almost 4 p.m. Did I wear orange for October, Halloween, and pumpkins? I got a couple new shirts, and there was so much orange in the store, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cute. I always loved orange, and it's hard to find orange stuff, so it's that time of the year, so I was like, yep, get it while you can. Do I know Privyet? Yes. Privyet. Хорошо. Is the stream an ad for the shirts? Be honest. No, it's the shirts are for the giveaway. You see? There's a command giveaway on the shirts. I'm doing a giveaway, so whoever wins the giveaway gets a t-shirt or tank. So it's a reminder for those people that are maybe just now coming into the stream. Eight-bit me, thanks for the sub. Still only English in chat. Yes, unfortunately. Coffee is the best poison. Okay, I need to scroll through some of this because it is going fast. Where do you get raw almonds? You can get them at a lot of places. But I like the Trader Joe's ones. They're pretty consistent and they taste good, like to snack on too. Did I play games before League on Twitch or in real life? The answer to both is yes. On Twitch, I started actually by streaming out the new Resident Evil 2, newish, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Mortal Kombat 11. Omex and Jowls. Thanks for the subs, you guys. Hey, what's up, Nezo? Nocturnal, how do I feel about that? It's fine, but it's not a subject that I get into deeply in chat or on stream because there's people of all ages and it's not appropriate. But one day I'll do I'll probably do a stream that goes into that a little more since it does come up. I do not smoke, no. I've never been to Morocco. No, I was just talking about that. My death scene in Would You Rather was nonsense. It wasn't even that long in the water. I think the thing is that she panicked and took a breath and panicked like this and swallowed water, so she died faster. I'm on Mars every night, man. Why is my name Grey is after 50 Shades? Nah, 50 Shades is after me, bruh. But I took it from the Kinsey scale of sexuality, commonly referred to as the Grey scale. Why? That is loud. Why do the moderators hate Russian language? The moderators do not hate Russian language. The question should be, why is chat not following chat rules, which you click OK to when you enter the chat? The chat is now English only, unfortunately. So it's not just Russians, any other language that is not English, you will get timed out, and the mods will be very nice and remind you, unless you give them a hard time. Jibber Jabber, thanks for the host. Welcome to my channel, you guys. I'm Sasha Grey. I'll be playing some games in a little bit. She covered her mouth to cough, but no one is in the room near her. It's a good habit, you know? And also not to get it into the mic.
Hello!
In Puerto, did I visit any viniculture, any wineries? No, I didn't have enough time. I really wanted to, but getting there took so long. I had a layover in Frankfurt because there was no direct flights from LA. I had a layover in Frankfurt, and I actually went into a hotel airport and slept for like 8 hours and then took my next flight. That's how long it took to get there. So I didn't have much time there, but the old town was really cool and you can walk around everywhere. And I bought a big box. It was a really nice wooden box with 4 or 5 bottles of vintage port. And I think something like 20 or 25% went to a charity. And they had a list of like 5 charities that you could donate to. So I brought that home with me at least. I saw Once Upon a Time in Mexico in theaters. Yes. And I loved it. You like the Ear Milk song mix. Thank you. Dun, dun. Pumpkin color. It is Optimus Prime in the background. We should do a frequently asked questions section in your stream and a bio. Your favorite color, movie, and so on. Yes, my moderators have suggested that, and it's like on a list of a million things I need to do. And I have really bad note-taking habits. I have paper notes. I have computer notes. So I'm trying to consolidate everything. But I'm going to write that down again. I know I have it written down somewhere, but I'm going to write it down on my computer. Would you guys like to see the FAQ as like a command for in chat or just something on the homepage? What do I know what ASMR is? Yes. It's not really my thing though. Hey, A-Bit Me. I think I missed you on the last one. And Turkey Moose 87. Thanks, you guys, for the subs. Sniffles. It's a little dry. There's a lot of fires in the air here is not very good. So more like irritated. Do I know some French? Not really. I used to be so obsessed. Well, still in my heart I am with the language, and I tried studying it so many times, and it's incredibly difficult. And the thing is, okay, as an English speaking person, since English is my mother language, one, the grammar is basically inverted from English, and that's the case with most Latin languages. So one, that's hard. So all the conjugations are so much more difficult than they are in English. And two, the French do not pronounce the freaking vowels. I mean, they do. And not just vowels. There's so many letters you guys don't pronounce. So it's not a phonetic language. And that messes me up so much because you see something written and it's you don't read it phonetically. You don't speak it phonetically when you read the word. So that's frustrating, but I think it is a beautiful language. Or sometimes you'll hear a word, and you'll think, oh, that's a short word, and you look down, and it has 10 letters. Like, what the hell? Am I aggressive off stream? Somebody pisses me off. Totsier, gifting subs to Hitch. Thanks, man. Hitch has an awesome channel. Are you aware that you have some sort of permanent smug face? You must be new to my channel. It's called resting stone face. Would you prefer that I talk like this and constantly do this? I think that's really creepy. I wish I could go trick-or-treating, not gonna lie. I drove through some insane houses, insane decorations. I'll post those on my Instagram stories later. Not insane, just fun. I appreciate it. Uvin24 and Trollchaka. Ah, the Trollchaka is the viewers, the host. So Uvin24 and Crazy Pudge, thanks for the subs, you guys. And the Sasha, yes, from KMFDM, Optimus. All right, let me scroll through some of these things. Creepy ASMR, that's right.
Okay.
You thought it was from Dorian Gray. That's the other reason too. But you know, I don't get into too many details here.
Hello.
Jean-Paul El Poke. ICMP Thanks for the gifted sub, Grim Row. And Starbucks claims white girls. Thanks for the sub. They don't claim me, though. That's for sure. You know, home brewed right here. So much better. What was the most memorable place in Russia? You know what's funny is I had a friend that was just in Moscow who had never been. And it was a couple actually. And they were asking me for tips on where to go. And I don't remember. You know, the thing is when you go places for work, the schedule is so precise that often, let's say I'm somewhere for a press tour. So they give me a schedule. Excuse me again. And it means like whoever is your handler managing you on the ground, setting up these interviews, they end up like taking you everywhere. So, okay, for lunch, we're going to go here. For dinner, we're going to go here. So it's all organized, especially in Russia. Culturally speaking, Russians are they love to host. So if you're a guest, they're hosting you all the time. So I don't often remember the names of places, and that's not just for Russia, just in general when I go places to work. But there was this place. Let me make sure it was right. I just found the card. I'm searching real quick. Russian Moscow. No. I found it the other day. Why is it not coming up? Here, I have the website. And of course, the site is not secure. Come on. For sure, they're not going to give me an English option. I'm getting hungry just looking at this. Get out of here, website. Okay.
Hello!
English. Yes, they do have an English option. Okay. Okay. It was called... So I've been to Russia a few times. And I went to this place, I think, on my second trip to Russia. So I have a lot of great memories about going to Russia. I really liked Sochi. I thought it was really beautiful. And Ekaterinburg. And eating... They make... At these... Russia has a lot of these, like, social houses. So they're almost like private clubs, but I don't think they're private. So you just go into these big buildings and they have different rooms. So like a bar, a club, in different areas. And so I really liked in Ekaterinburg I went to some social club and I had this like dark brown bread, which they make in the oven, like it's just covered in butter, but it comes out really crispy and you eat it with garlic, pickled garlic. And then they serve actual pickles as well. And you like eat those snacks while you drink. Super yummy. And the garlic, I don't know, the way they pickle it in Russia is so good. You can eat a whole clove like chips. Super good. I haven't been able to find quality like that. Anyways, the place that I really loved in Russia is called CDL, Restaurant of the Central Literature's House. So it's an old school social house with several different rooms, super historic. I think it was during the Second World War, there was Russians, the Russian military established a section of the military that were writers. And I thought that was so fascinating. So when you first enter, there's a plaque in the entryway, in the foyer, basically. There's a plaque with, I don't know how many, at least 50, if not more, Russian writers who served in the military during the war who died, and their names are on that plaque. I thought it was really cool. But this place is awesome. It's a beautiful place, and I had some of the best pelmeni I've ever had there. God, so good. Anyways, I think this is it. Yeah. That's their card. Super good place. I love Depeche Mode. Yes, I do. Dravanak, Gilles Big, and Blonde Out. Oh no. Dravanak 1 and Gilles Big 162. Thanks for the subs, you guys. Would you rather have one goose that was your best friend and could get my mail and stuff, or 5 chinchillas or squirrels or some tiny ground dudes? Definitely a goose, because they're mean too, so they would protect me. You can buy my t-shirts on my site. There you go. Just sent the link. And as part of the giveaway, if you guys enter the giveaway command, you can enter to win one of the t-shirts or a tank top. Make sure you're signed in to the platform though, because if it shows you have 0 points, it's wrong. It's completely wrong. Everybody should have more than 0 points. Oh yeah, and I have to say, there was a course in Russia where we did like a race course where I actually got to speed. That was super fun. And then another day we went on, I think it was like an old runway that they blocked off, and we got to race down there and do a course around different cones. That was super fun. Wonder how they get them crispy. I think they just put the bread in a high temperature oven, or they fry. Oh, if they probably fry it somehow too. Pickled garlic, yeah, man, it is the best thing ever. I've even tried making it, but I haven't been able to get it. I haven't been able to get the right flavor. It's still too much. I don't know, the way they pickle it when you eat it, it's not like eating a raw clove. It's much different. French press is the only way to brew coffee. Meh. It's a little watery for me. The place I mentioned is in Moscow, not Ekaterinburg. And the place in Ekaterinburg where I had like this bread and pickles and garlic, I don't remember. I have music on in the back. Can you guys not hear it? No, I have no intention of doing ASMR unless it's a creepy ASMR. I have a great idea. It just will take a while to set up because I want to put a bunch of samples in a sampler pad. So Probably not before the end of the month, which sucks because it'd be a really cool Halloween thing to do. Favorite cartoon as a kid? Ugh, that's hard. Ninja Turtles, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Ren and Stimpy. Like, those are the few that come immediately to mind. Everyone needs a good guard, Goose. Seriously. All my social media is under the name Sasha Grey. Did I have to buy anything to secure the name? No. I've just always been super into social media and always kind of there at the right time. Except League of Legends, some Russian dude has my name. And I'm not paying for it. Do I play other games? And how is Blair Witch going? Blair Witch, I don't know. I guess it's really intriguing. So it's kind of addicting. Like, I'm really curious to get back into it and see what happens next. But it's also kind of frustrating. You gain points just one by following. So since you already followed, you get points for that. And then you keep earning points just by watching the stream. That's it. And then the points act, I think for the t-shirt, it's at 250 points. So you need 250 points to buy one ticket to enter the giveaway. So that's why I'm keeping it up for a couple more weeks, because I want people that are new to the channel to be able to earn enough points.
Hello!
Do I have any blogs or videos from Russia? Nope. It'd be nice if you started streaming your computer sounds through a program instead of the speaker. I know. I will eventually. But one thing at a time. It's just a little easier to manage for the moment. Tom and Jerry? Hell yeah, Tom and Jerry was dope. Chippendale! Yes! Yes! Rick and Morty, yes, for sure, but that was favorite childhood cartoons. What's your MySpace? The guy definitely does not have the same name as me. But over the years, I mean, a lot of people have told me, like, oh, you know, this person's using your name in this or this and a lot of different games. Make an Instagram post for Russian subs regarding your plans to visit Russia. Explain more, please. Don't quite get it. Alchemist XP, thank you for the sub. Da, 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 da. There was a rumor you heard that I'm part Greek. Yes, it is true. I am. Darkwing Duck. Oh, yeah. I had a little figurine of Darkwing Duck. And I don't know where those things went. Should ask my mom about that. DuckTales. Do I ever wear the mask? If you're referring to that behind me, that's not a mask. It's a piggy bank. Garfield, Looney Tunes. Yes, definitely. Yes, I love Argento. Is there a song I love that I'd been singing incorrectly? Yes, for a long time. Since I was a kid, I thought, here, I'll tell you. It's Another Brick in the Wall. And there's a part. Okay, they say we don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers leave them kids alone. Okay. I used to think they were saying no dogs or cats in the classroom. No dogs or cats in the classroom. I don't know. I don't know why. For a long time, I thought that's what they were saying. Do I like bananas? Meh, they're not like my favorite thing. But there's a super good snack. I sliced up bananas. I put a really good quality tahini on top of them. Some roasted hemp seeds, honey, and salt. Great snack. This is my studio/office. Where did I get the piggy bank? I got it in Rosarito. I do have a lot of better TTV emotes. There's some that I just disabled. Did I know the name Sasha is used for both boys and girls in Russia? Yes, I did. Also Germany.
Hello!
Potato cosplay. Yes. Your coworker gets tahini ice cream sandwiches. What? Where? Oh, that sounds so good. Tell me where, please. I get, my friend tipped me off to some really good tahini. Because I was like, I make a lot of hummus. And I was just always a little unsatisfied. Like, man, why can't I get it right? And my friend said, it's your quality, the quality of your tahini. And so now I get the good stuff. Have I ever seen Sailor Moon? Yeah. When I was young. Will I apply for Twitch partner? Yes, they sent me the application and my team is looking it over. So they're just waiting for me to sign it. Do I like Red Hot Chili Peppers? I do. And guess what? I showed chat this the other day, but I'll show you again. This is Flea's new memoir. I just got it in the mail, so I can't wait to get into this. Zertrex. Alchemist XP. I think I already said what's up, but if I didn't, thanks for the subs, you guys. This is my second cup of coffee today. Do I have a Discord? No, but I'm working on one. There is a command for that. Yes, I've been to Ukraine, I've been to Kiev and Odessa. Do I prefer ketchup or mustard? Mustard. 100%. I eat it on... Oh, like, I can eat mustard on almost anything, but I really like Dijon mustard. So I'll put it on steak. I'll put it on chicken. I'll put it on, of course, sandwiches. 100% mustard. Fries. Oh, yes. Tahini is... this sort of, what's the best way to describe it? Tahini is just like a paste made out of sesame seeds. And it's really creamy. Just think of peanut butter, like raw peanut butter. Except made with sesame seeds.
Hello!
And it's super thick. You have to kind of scoop it out. And you can eat it as a condiment, like put it on things. Or it's used in a lot of like meze type foods. So hummus, for instance, can't make hummus without tahini. It's used in, what is it called? With baba ganoush, which is like, instead of garbanzo beans, it's eggplant. So eggplant and hummus. I mean, eggplant and tahini. The fires are not super close to me. No, they're like north of LA, in a sort of desert area. But for sure, they're close enough where the air quality is not great. Favorite part of Tokyo? Ooh, that's hard. I really liked Shinjuku, and I love this area where, well, I remember the name of the area. It was called Golden Gai, which was a pedestrian area filled with different bars. So cool. So you go to these different bars, and they're all themed with different things. And every one of them has a cover charge, which you're like, but I want to go to different places. That kind of sucks. But then when you get inside, you realize, no, you understand why. And super cool area. Drave. Hey, Sasha in chat, can I get... I'm not going to call anyone out, but thanks for the support anyways. Addo1, thanks for the sub and for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you. Tornatore or Sorrentino? I think probably aesthetically Sorrentino. Tornatore makes more like sort of sweet, nostalgic films. Where I think Sorrentino is much more philosophical. Good luck to anyone moderating that Discord. Well, I think once I do launch a Discord, it's going to be sub only, and then maybe like one general page for non-subs. Your girlfriend never had tried Dijon, took a spoonful, and now she hates it. Did she try the kind with the seeds or without? And there's so many different styles too. Some are more spicy than others. Nemzes, thank you for the sub. Isn't raw peanut butter just peanuts? Yes. I mean, raw, the freshly ground organic kind opposed to the commercial kind, which I actually prefer the commercial kind. It just tastes better. Baba ganoush makes your mouth itchy. It's the eggplant, probably. A lot of people have sensitivities to eggplant, so even if they're not allergic. Actually, if I eat too much fried eggplant, that happens sometimes. Not every time, but if I eat a lot of it. Chipotle guacamole tastes like bananas. Ugh. Am I into hairy guys? I love bears. Ever been to Colorado? Yes. I've been to Denver and Fort Collins and did some really nice hikes and rafting down the river. Have I ever been to Turkey? Yes. Only Istanbul, but I really enjoyed it. I love driving. Yes. I have my dream car. My dream car is a Cadillac. But then when you get your dream car, it kind of turns into your nightmare car when it's a classic, at least. When it's old. Yes, I do like kafta. Discord is... What's the best way to describe Discord? Discord is similar to old school message boards. And it's a big part of Twitch and the gaming community. It's like another section or place on the internet where people go when they're not streaming or watching streams. Apple or pineapple? Easily pineapple. Easily. Why do I have a Transformer helmet? It is a piggy bank, and I saw it in Rosarito, and I just thought it was too cool to pass up. That's why. Handmade. You looked up the ice cream sandwiches. They're Tahitian vanilla. There are tahini ones, though. You just got it mixed up. Okay. I feel like I've seen that brand in the store, but I'm going to have to, I'm writing this down. I'm checking this out later. Yeah, yeah, I got something. I'm not super into crazy ice creams. I think they're always too sweet. But I got something that that had fig in it, and that was pretty good. Addo1, out with the gifted subs. Oh, I already got you. Well, there you go. Got you again. Fennec, thank you for the sub. Good to see you in here. It's been a while. Do I have the cilantro gene? For those of you who are wondering what the cilantro gene is, there are people that have this gene that makes them think cilantro tastes like soap. That is terrible. I feel sorry for all of you people. I do not have it. I love cilantro. I use it all the time. Or coriander for those of you guys who don't use cilantro. Coriander, cilantro, same thing. One of my favorite herbs. One of my favorite things to cook with. I would be devastated without it. Or would I? Because I wouldn't really know the difference, right? I only have sensitivity to the eggplant emoji. Somebody else described Discord as Skype, but better. I don't know. It's more than that, though. Yeah, you can also do calls and live chats. You have a 72 Eldorado. Where are you based, Gypsy? What is my main work? Every day I'm either writing, I'm working on a new idea, and I also make music and DJ. Red or blue? Blue. Even though I have that big red cabinet behind me. Although, when I was a kid, I used to say, my favorite color is red because it's the color of my blood. What kid says that? I have not read any of Juan Ruifo. Is it an I in there? I should probably expand this. But thank you for the tip. I will check his work out. Rulfo. Okay, Rulfo. Thank you, thank you. Be right back, need coffee.
Okay.
Is there a stream schedule or is it random? How often do they happen? So now currently I'm streaming 3 days a week, not at a set time because my life is too insane. So what I usually do is like 5-10 minutes before I start a stream, I announce it across all my social media. And then, Twitch sends out notifications. So make sure you have your notifications turned on or follow me on other social media platforms to know when I go live. What the hell is cilantro? Cilantro is coriander. Unfollow because of the cilantro. Yeah, more like the cilantro curse. what is more interactive than this? Discord? I guess I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a way for the chat to continue in another area when a stream is not live. So a lot of people, for instance, a lot of streamers have Discords, and it's their Discord, and then their subs or followers or their community continues a lot of the same conversations happening in chat, but on the Discord, and then just chat about other random stuff. But the actual streamers themselves, some of them take part in it a lot, and some barely go on it at all. Sis LMC, thanks for the 2 months. Yikes. Rip 93 Ford. Hey girl. Thanks, man. The same kid that thinks Pink Floyd sings about cats and dogs. Purple is where it's at, though. Yep. So I'll tell you a funny anecdote. There were a lot of gangs where I grew up, and it was really weird at a certain point because I had people that I known my whole life. Once we hit, this is really sad, my whole life, once we all hit middle school and then high school, people started joining gangs, and we thought it was really stupid. Some of us thought it was really stupid. And so a friend of mine, me and a friend of mine, we said, you know what, we're going to create our own gang. It's the Prince gang. It's the purple gang. Red and blue make purple, right? It's a combination. And then for the number, we picked, let's see, what was it? The number was 16. Remcott, thank you for the sub. Remcott Tweety. Bye, Rice. Sarge. Eyeliner or beauty mark? It's real. When will we watch Shrek 3 on stream? Well, if this Twitch Amazon thing happens, I don't know if any of you guys saw that email, but they're finally bringing something to Twitch where we can stream certain shows and movies. So I'm waiting for that email. That would be dope. Awaba Jack, Terminator 100. Happy Friday, man. 801. I love you're on Twitch. Why, thank you. It's fun. The people watching have to have Prime as well. Well, considering that, like, almost, I would say a large percentage of my subscribers subscribe through Prime, it's pretty worth it, I think. I could do it as like a sub-only night or something. So yeah, you guys, don't forget, if you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you can sub to my channel for free. Do I watch any other streamers, or what other categories? Oh! Let me see if it will let me post this. Sometimes the chat is even weird with me. No, that's not it. Anyways, while I look for it, I like Dizzy Kitten. She's cool. Fluffy introduced me to Drea, which is also cool. And Hitch has really cool streams. I like browsing the cooking stuff as well. And what's this dude's name? I think one of the funniest people I've ever watched, and it was like when I first started getting on Twitch, is Hamlin's. And what I just discovered. No, they changed it. Oh no, just that video. Okay. I logged on to Twitch a few days ago, and I discovered that there's a Lucha Libre Twitch page, man. So they let you co-stream some of their content. That's exciting. I'm gonna do a Lucha Libre night. That would be super fun. Let me see if this works. There you go. I just sent the link to their page. Ice cold. They have control all over all of us. Back with coffee. Hell yeah. I did some IRL streams over the summer when I was gone, but they're gone from my page and I forgot to back them up. They were pretty fun. I think there's like maybe a clip or two saved. Do I have a schedule or something for the channel? Yes, I just talked about this. There is a schedule on my about page, or on my channel homepage rather. Precision 5, thank you for the sub. Ado, all right, I'll check it out later. Thank you, thank you. Yes, Hitch has a super cool channel, and I actually hit him up before I left for the summer for advice on some of my IRL streams. So, man, his setup is crazy. Not crazy, but he's just been doing it for so long that, you know, it functions. It's well oiled.
Hello!
There is a Lucha Libre has their own page, their own Twitch page. I just linked it in chat. Hamlin's page though, man, his chat is so insane. I don't even know how people keep up with it. From Syracuse, awesome. I love it there. Get any more prison mail? What did I eat for breakfast? I didn't have a big breakfast because I went to acupuncture. So I kind of just wake up and go, like run out, shower and run out the door. So I just ate a bunch of walnuts, water, and cherry juice. I know it was a weird combination. I didn't have a lot in the house.
Hello!
MBB Lotus, the Mighty Thor, I Speaked. Thanks for the subs, you guys. And Anonymous gifting out a sub to Bob Ross. All right, thanks, you guys. Best Mel Brooks movie? Oof. Oof. I think probably, let me see. Tie between Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. Favorite cocktail? I'm not really into cocktails. They're too sugary. Why do you do acupuncture? So about a month ago, I was really sick with bronchitis and laryngitis. And I had had bronchitis like just in May as well. And I really didn't want to take antibiotics again because, well, let's face it, most of the time bronchitis is caused by something viral, not bacterial. So antibiotics make me really sick. They make me feel super tired and weak. So I went to this herbalist who does like a custom mix for you. So I took these liquid, it's like a tea, these liquid herbs. I drank them 3 times a day for 20 days. And then as a part of that, she also does acupuncture. And I was doing two days a week of acupuncture. Mr. Thano. Does acupuncture work? I felt a good change from it, yeah. You can't find cherry juice? I don't know where you're located, but it's pretty easy to find it here. I like the tart cherry juice. Am I drinking water and coffee together? Like, not in the same glass, but yeah. Optimus, you sent me mail a couple weeks ago? Okay, I will look out for it. Sometimes also they're really bad at putting stuff in my box. Sorry, I had to. Too easy. But they really are. Sometimes I'll get stuff really late because you could see the stamp, the dated stamp on the mail. It's like, I just checked this. Or somebody just checked this 2 days ago. Why is the stamp 2 weeks old? For real. It's happened. Does Bloody Mary count? I like a virgin Bloody Mary. The power of placebo. Nah, I don't think acupuncture is a placebo. I know it's not, actually, because since this is all bronchial and sinus related too, because I get a lot of bad allergies. When speaking, we were talking about Pinhead in chat yesterday, actually. When they put the needles around here, I actually feel my sinuses opening up more. And the same thing around the ears and behind the ears. I feel an instant change once she does it. Addo1, you seem cool. Thanks, man. Cutie, what kind of games do I stream? So I started out streaming Resident Evil 2, the remake, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Mortal Kombat 11, getting into a little League of Legends too. They call it an infusion. It wasn't necessarily an infusion though, because she makes, she has like an on-site lab where she makes these herbs, and so it's really dense, and it's like dark brown. Almost looks like the same color as my coffee. I love tacos. It takes 6 months to a year for good bacteria in the gut to recover from antibiotics. I have read that. Yep. I hate them. It's like really only when they're necessary. Just doesn't cherry juice turn your teeth into glass? Well, I mean, you're not supposed to drink a lot of it. That's for sure. I like it with sparkling water too. It's really good. You live in New York, so it's weird. That is weird. You can't find it. Try a new store. You know what though? They put it in. Sometimes, you know, they sell juice in the refrigerated section. Don't look in the refrigerated section. Look in the shelves. Quick Google search says acupuncture is legit. I'm not going to argue with you guys about placebo effects or not. I first did acupuncture when I was 11 years old. I know many people that have benefited from it. And I've done it in the past for other things as well. And it's definitely more than placebo. But I've also done it with people I didn't like, and I didn't feel that much of a change. So you definitely have to, you know, if you go to a place and you don't really feel it, try somewhere else. Don't give up on it. The new Resident Evil 2, it is great. I really like it. Battleship Potemkin. What kind of coffee do I buy and what do I prepare it in? I buy it online because it's a place in California that roasts the beans. One of my best friends sent it to me for Christmas one year, and it's so good that I just kept buying it. And I get whole beans, I grind them, and like just a really cheap grinder, nothing crazy. And then I use a mocha pot, filtered water, grind them fresh whenever I make a fresh pot, put it on the stove, a few minutes, it's ready. I think I use like the 3 or 4 cup mocha pot. Placebo. I will be doing a cooking stream in the future. I actually, last weekend, I did a few hours of testing and setups to make sure it would look good. So yeah. Nav Nick C, thank you for the sub. And Tom Zord, what's up, you guys? A big raid just came through. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Sasha Grey. Just chatting. am going to play a game in a minute, though. Magical unicorn coffee maker. Did I play Resident Evil on the hardest difficulty yet? I didn't. I should though, huh? Planning any outdoor streams? I did do a few over the summer. It's hard though when you... Well, in my opinion, it's difficult when I'm in my own city because you just kind of get used to your city and it's harder to find things that might be fun to stream as opposed to when I travel, everything is new and exciting. Dang, you had arthritis in your hands as a teenager? That sucks. Will I be hosting any events on this channel, podcasts, conventions, or such? Good question. I don't know, maybe in the future. One step at a time. I've not played Sekiro, but it is on my list. It looks super cool. But yeah, everybody said it's a difficult one. Have I ever put my initials in wet cement? Hell yeah. You crazy? Another raid. Another raid. What's up, raiders? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Have I seen Salo? Yes. You're afraid to watch it. Well. Maybe watch something else first. Break into it. It's more... I would say, I don't know why you're afraid. It's scary in a philosophical way. You get what I'm saying? Do I play Xbox or PS4? PS4. Is it true I'm of Greek origin? Yes, this comes up a lot. That's going in the facts section once I create it. Yes, there is, Road. Yes, there is, indeed. What sort of content do you have planned for the channel? Well, I started out playing just games that I liked a lot. So I would say that I'm I guess I'm an old school console gamer, and I never really played games on the PC. So I just started with some games since I already had a PS4, and then I was also getting into a little League of Legends as well, and now I've been playing Blair Witch. The head in the back is Optimus Prime. It's a piggy bank. I did see Joker. I talked about that in a stream, I don't know, a few days ago or last week. I think Joaquin Phoenix is a genius. The movie was alright. I play on the North American server for now, yes, but I'm still practicing. Like, I'm still playing AI versus bots and still just learning and getting used to farming because I get way too excited and I want to go in for the action and die. So, you know, learning patience. I'm patient in real life, though. But it's funny, like, when you play... Not funny, just a little annoying. When you play AI versus bots, a lot of it, like, a majority of the time, the people don't listen to the signals at all. So it's not really a team effort. It kind of just seems like people are practicing their skills more than anything. That never really changes. Yeah, I know. I mean, I have friends. I do have friends that play League, and that's actually one of the reasons I decided to play. Because I could practice with my friends while I'm not streaming. And they also told me that even when you're playing real games against real people, there's always going to be people that don't play as a team. They just play for themselves. The movie is weird. I don't know if it was... I think weird can be considered a compliment sometimes. It's just meh. The cinematography was amazing too, though, I have to say. The cinematography was incredible. It really did remind me of late 60s and 70s movies. And the close-ups and the framing was so beautiful. It reminded me, actually, of this movie. This movie called The Investigation of a Citizen Above Suspicion. It's a long title. And there's just these really beautiful close-up shots in that movie where the camera just moves slowly across the characters' faces or starts in, some part of a scene or some part of a room and then kind of slowly floats over to a character's face. And they did that really well in this film. I just didn't feel... I feel like I was waiting for something to happen that never quite happened. Flip it and bip it. Thank you for the sub. You really enjoyed it. It was all the way depressive, which is not always seen in mainstream movies. That's true. But could this movie have had the buzz and the press if it didn't have the name behind it? I don't think it could. Not today, at least. I don't know what I'll be for Halloween yet. I do have a funny idea that... Here's my plan. If I have time to do it, what I'll do is I'll film myself making the costume. And then I'll stream. I'll do a stream wearing the costume. And then I'll upload the video making it. Even if I don't make it successfully, but I try and I make the video, I'll still post the video even if I don't get it right. I just don't know if I'll have time at all to do it. Swingling, thanks for the sub. Yes, so for those of you just getting into the channel, I am doing a giveaway. I've been doing it for a couple weeks. I'll leave it up for a couple more weeks. For those of you who are new to my channel, just put in the command giveaway. You earn points by following, which if you're in chat, you should be following already. And you get points by watching the stream. So you win a t-shirt or a tank top from my merch store, and I will ship anywhere in the world. Am I working on a second novel? I actually wrote 3. And now I'm working on another idea that's not a novel. Yes, I plan on getting attacked by another pile of leaves tonight. Worst costume showcase from Spirit Halloween. You only know one. Here's the website for my books. It's kind of outdated, but anyways. The important information is there. I just put it in chat. I do have BTTV emotes enabled, just not all of them. This is my working space. I have still not seen Midsommar. I want to see Parasite first because it's still in theaters here. So, I don't want to miss it. Will I decorate it with Halloween decorations? No, I was thinking about it. I was at the store and I saw a lot of decorations, but they just seemed cheesy. They didn't seem fun. So I said, nah, maybe next time. If you still have 0 points, then you need to refresh the page and make sure you're logged in, because every single person that follows earns points. The blue robot is Optimus Prime behind me, and it's a piggy bank. It's not a mask. So yeah, you guys earn points just by watching the channel. It's pretty easy. Is there anything in it? When I first got it, I actually did fill it up. And I waited until the summer came and I didn't want to break it open, so I just shook all the coins and bills out. I put like singles inside. But now it's empty, because that was a pain in the ass. Midsommar was just okay. Was really looking forward to it. I feel like it was the kind of, every once in a while, there's a big indie movie that could, and people that don't typically watch indie movies all kind of latch on to the big thing, but they would never watch anything else. Does that make sense? They would never watch anything else that wasn't mainstream, I should say. Saxine, thank you for the sub. It's not a mask, so I can't put it on. What's the worst encounter I've had with a fan? Well, when you say worst... Hold on, I want to answer this first. Were you a super independent and free-thinking kid? You've been very successful marching to the beat of your own drum. It's really cool, and I love Midsommar. Thank you. Was I always super independent? I would say no. Not always, because I had the comfort of having older siblings. So I wouldn't call it independent so much. But because my siblings were older, I had, I think, a big influence from them on the way I thought. And I always felt a lot more mature than people my own age because of them. And free thinking for sure. And then, for sure, my family always encouraged me to march to the beat of my own drum. Let's play some games in a second, you guys. I did not stop playing League of Legends, but it got a little tedious to keep playing AI versus bots since I'm still learning. So I'm still practicing offline, and I want to get a little better before I keep doing more streams. Worst fan encounter. So... worst fan encounter. Well, when you say worst fan encounter, I would have to say that if it was a bad experience, they're not a true fan, number one. So there's people that can overstep boundaries because they think they know you, because you are a public persona, and yes, that's happened. So I would have to say in real life, probably being accosted by these autograph hounds in an airport. And I don't know how, but there was like 5 airport security guards that like one of them must have recognized me and came up and did a huddle around me and helped me walk out and get to my car. Or I was somewhere for like a festival or something, so they walked me to the greeters who were picking me up, who then walked us to the car, which was super awesome. And I was really grateful for that, because that happened another time at the airport and I was alone, and it was really scary. And then, you know, other than that, I would say bad experiences have always happened either in bars or clubs where I'm not DJing, and somebody again oversteps their bounds and says some dumb shit. I like Master Yi. That's who I've been practicing with. Have I ever had a fan dance up on you out of nowhere? Yes, and it was a girl. I wasn't mad at it. And then she disappeared. Sunet, thank you for the sub. Have you heard of pumpkin cookies with chocolate chips? Bah! I'm so over the marketing hype of putting pumpkin in everything. Just stop it. Just stop it. Where are your points? If you're not seeing your points, log into the app and refresh the page. Have I ever punched someone in the face? Yes, you better believe it, I have. Always men. Actually, one day, I'll tell a great story about somebody I 90s action elbowed in the face. It's one of my proudest moments. It was a dumb thing to do, though. I have to say, it was a really dumb thing to do, but because the dude's... I feel like this clue will give it away too much. But the person... Let's just say they were a very strong individual, and I could have put myself in a really terrible situation. So it was a really bad mistake. He did not punch back, but he did... he got in my face like this. And I had like 6 people with me, and he had 1 friend with him. He still could have destroyed us all, though. And he was clearly obliterated and wasted out of his mind. And his friend, he looked at me and he said, he got in my face and said, "Do you know who the fuck I am?" And I said, "Don't care." And he was like yelling at me. And then his friend was like, come on, man, let it go, let it go. And then they started walking away, did a spin, came back, and then like left again. But yeah, I was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, I've punched a few dudes in the face. Actual punch a few dudes in the face, yeah. It was not Arnold. Did he bleed in the moment? I mean, it was pretty dark. I don't know. For sure, he had some bruising the next day, though. Why did I elbow them? Good question. Because we were in a huge room that was more or less empty, and it was a walkway. It was at a party, so there was like one room over here, and then there was this other room that was pretty much empty, and then it led to another area with like an outside area, and then another big room. So this middle room, people weren't really hanging out in. It was just a walk-through area. So there was a group of me and my friends, and then there was like maybe 3 people sprinkled over there. 5 people sprinkled over there. That's it. Huge room, probably like 1,500 square feet. And he came walking through like this, and he checked me, like, bam, super hard. Hockey checked me. And I kind of, I mean, it was hard. It hurt. Like this, I kind of flew back, and without even looking, I just said, bam, like this. So it was an instantaneous reaction. I didn't even think about it. It just... my reflexes are quick, and that's why I say it was not a smart decision, but it was all reflex, all instinct. It was not a football player, and it's I'm laughing at the story, and I think it's a funny story now because I survived it. But it was, it could have gone a lot worse. Yeah, you don't go around hockey checking people. There was so much room to walk through. I mean, it was intentional. His move was intentional. There's no way that it was an accident. Absolutely no way that it was an accident. Do I know any fights, Kung Fu, Karate, or just Street Fight from Nintendo? I would just say Street Fighter, yeah. I did like a little judo when I was young, but I never really progressed in it. I would like to go I would like to do it again. But there's a few things instinctually that I think became ingrained in me from doing judo at a very young age. Like, I know how to fall now. Like, that's something that when you learn it when you're young, it's like riding a bike, you know? It just sticks with you. Why did he do that? Because he thinks it could get away with it, probably. It's not a funny story. If it connected in the wrong place, it could have done serious damage. Well, if you knew who this person was, you know, you kind of say he deserved it because he's inflicted. I'm not going to get into it that much, but it's only funny because I survived it. And it was an instinct. I was protecting myself, so. Nobody got it. Nobody guessed it right, though. No, Mike Tyson was super nice when I met him. Did I do my stream setup myself or did I get help? Okay, good question. So, it's probably someone that has beat their wife or girlfriend. Yep, bingo. Come on. What was I getting at? Have I ever thought of doing voice-over acting? I did a video game. It was super fun. I was in Saints Row 3. And I learned a lot. And I would like to do it again. He was a Hollywood dude, I'll say that much. I did not do Robot Chicken, no. But I like Robot Chicken. The chat is going to name every single person to ever live now. A friend of mine met Mike and said he was super nice too. Yeah, I met him on the set of Entourage, actually. And yeah, he was super nice and very positive. Wait, Jesus, was it me? It was not a rapper. Furthest thing from a rapper, actually. On to the next topic. I will say that somebody did get it right. It was not Brad Pitt. I loved him. Loved him. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He made the movie. Okay, guys. Let's play a game. I did watch Ad Astra. It was alright. It's beautiful, but I really like that director's other movies. So, I think his name is actually James Gray. Yeah, I like his other movies, but... What skill would I like to learn? I would like, speaking of martial arts, I would like to know, to really get good at judo. Okay, guys, I'm going to play something, but first I'm going to get some water. And I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Don't go anywhere.
Raiden. Hello!
All right, I'm back. You know what? I'm losing light. That's what's happening. That's gonna keep happening. I'm gonna close my window now because if I don't, it will just keep going in and out of focus. Now it's gonna take a second. Damn. Even more light. Oh yeah, you know what worked the other day? Not the thumb trick, but on and off. Boom! Much easier. Elbow the camera. Yes, was it last night when I was streaming? Right when I turned my camera, I forget what I did, but it was super cool. I have this red filter that I'll put on when I play Blair Witch. And for some reason, when it first started, it gave like this perfect red glow, but in full crisp focus. And that's the thing I hate about webcams, is there's just not enough specific control over them. And then it went away and it was out of focus. But like if I mess with all the settings, it still doesn't do that. Did I miss anybody? Yep, somebody did a raid when I went to the bathroom. Bad timing, man. Anyways, Locio Gra, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Bundian, thank you for the sub. All right. I have heard of Dead Space, yes. All right, let me load this game.
Okay.
What was I looking for? That banana Medusa. That banana Medusa is the one and only Freddie Mercury. Hope it saved. So yes, I don't know if you were in chat earlier, but Blair Witch does have a very strange saving feature. So if you're at the beginning of a chapter, so for sure it's gonna happen. I know it already. They tell you this when you first start the game, but they don't remind you. If you start a chapter and you unlock a few things, but you don't finish the chapter, it usually starts you from the top of it. So I think when I go back into this game, it will be at the beginning of the train track. So I'll probably have to pick up the video and watch the video again. Come on, game. Ugh, logged me out. Genghis Khan. Haha. Jazv. Thanks for the subs, you guys. Okay, let me mute this music, because it's more like music. That one wasn't bad, actually. That track wasn't bad. At least not from the leaves. Right, I finished that chapter, and I saw that it did say chapter 8. Do I look at the keyboard when I type? You know what? I got this wireless keyboard recently, and I'm so not used to it that I do find myself looking at it more so than when I'm on my laptop, and it's really annoying because it's, I'd say, a full quarter larger than my laptop keyboard, so it's a little annoying. Yeah, still getting used to it. And I even I'm still pressing the wrong keys. Like normally I don't need to look at Command, Control, Alt, Shift, and now I have to actually look because I'm not used to this keyboard. All right, let me get my settings in the right way for these headphones. What time is it, by the way? Not going to be able to play that long, but let's see. Let's see. Whoa, we were talking for a long time. Dang. Didn't even realize it.
Hello!
Okay, got my headphones on. Not on. All right. Come on, game. Cool. Okay, so wait. Somebody was asking about my setup, my OBS streaming setup. Before I get in this game, I didn't finish that part of the conversation. So, when I first started, and even now, I had a friend help me, like, show me what OBS was, how to use it, but I have to say it still required me looking up a lot of stuff and figuring it out on my own. But even now, I've still had issues. So shout out to Fluffy because he helps me with a lot of stuff. Like, for instance, the other day, on my mixer, the desktop audio setting was completely gone. No idea how. So he helped me get that back. And he does like my webcam overlay and the top bar stuff. So shout out to him for sure. And when I have random questions, he definitely helps me out. But there's a lot of stuff that is still super frustrating. So over the weekend, I was testing. I'll put that back on to full cam for a second. But the other day, I was testing the kitchen setup with like lights and sound and everything. And I had 3 webcams going, and everything was working super cool. And then all of a sudden, the camera stopped working. I was using a USB hub, so I know it was that. So I unplugged everything, came back into OBS, and plugged in one camera. Didn't work. Red dot of nothingness. Makes no sense. So, Windows, check drivers. Make sure there's nothing else running in the background using the camera. So many things. Restart. Nothing works. The only thing I find that ever works, if you check those big things off the list, is straight up delete the scene and re-add it. And it's such a pain in the ass because I have settings for all my scenes and sources that then I have to reset, and it just doesn't make sense. So, yes. Let's get into this game. Is it working? No, my headphones are not working. Did they not charge enough? Boo doo boo boop. I think I didn't charge them enough. Wah, wah, wah. Nezodam, what's up? Thanks for the gifted sub. And it could be this. There's the sound. So here's, for example, headphones were charged. I was afraid they weren't going to be charged up enough because I forgot to charge them last night. But now this is way too loud. So speaking of problems, it's also like, it's just an interface thing. I actually have to go into Windows and change the audio settings to get them to recognize the headphones. It's not automatic. Come on, get with the program. So now I hear it. When in doubt, blame Microsoft updates, right? Ooh, let's turn off the lights. Ah, that's loud. Dang. All right. I definitely turned something up though, so I need to turn this down because it's super loud. Booyah! You should DJ on stream sometime. That would be killer. It would be, wouldn't it? Excuse me. Except there's too many rules. Copyright. It would all be muted. Yeah, it's super loud. I need to turn it down. Ah. So much better. Okay. All right. So let me see. My mom texted me today and said, it's World Opera Day, and she was thinking of me.
I didn't know there was a locking operation out here. Stop giving up permits.
Isn't that sweet? But there's a world day for everything these days with social media. It would only be muted on VOD. I know, but it's just meh. Okay, so you see exactly what I said. It's going to make me do this part over. Yep. So it starts you off at the beginning of a chapter. So I'm glad I quit when I quit last night. Yeah. Done all this. Okay. Hey, dog. Find me the tape. Yep. This is Blair Witch. Okay. So now it's working because earlier it wasn't.
Steam's escaping. It's a valve, but the handle's missing.
So I don't like the videotape function on this game. It's kind of annoying. It's the one tool that requires you to do extra click through. I think I changed the category before I went to get my water. Like right before. Let me double check. No, it didn't save. Thanks, you guys. That's weird. Thank you for looking out. I hate when it doesn't save. Okay, it's saved. All right, back to the game. So, I need my chat up over here though. Ah. Beast Inside was actually on my list. I did a poll on Twitter last week to see what you guys wanted me to play. I think that was one of 3 choices. And this one, actually. So. Okay, so yes, it's open. Steam-powered donkey engine. Whistle, safety valve, pressure gauge, pressure control valve. Okay, except he has no light. Give me the light. So this just tells him to get the tools. Come to the maintenance shed to pick up the parts you wanted. And this is where I basically left off last night. We just got a new delivery. Come to the maintenance shed to pick up the parts you wanted. Robert. So here's the steam donkey. Here I am. Maintenance shed is between the camps.
The maintenance shed looks promising. Maybe there's some spare parts left.
All right. Oh, where's the dog? Where is he? Where are you? There you are. Look at this, you guys.
Come here, boy.
Look at this. So cool. Yes. All right. So between Camp A and Camp B. Trying to get to the maintenance shed. And the camp signs were... There's a sawmill, so it's not that way. It's in between the camps. So let's see if the dog can find it.
Come here, boy. Okay, seek.
He's not gonna find it, is he? Yep, they put in a Halloween feature for the game.
Got nothing?
So they gave him a skeleton costume. It's kind of cool. I'm like on a wild goose chase here though because it's dark. No, okay, it's not that way. That's where we came from. Okay, this... Dang. If this is Camp A and this is Camp B and the sawmill. He doesn't have the notice, huh? I feel like I'm going to try changing the track one more time and getting on this rig, on this train. Okay. Maybe it will work this time. Come on. Come on. Release. Release, release. Why is the brake not moving? Is it not powered on? Ooh, he's drinking again. Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
There we go. This was not there before. Will we go the right way this time, or will we head straight for the log again? Yes! Finally! Charles Cove. Thank you for the 2 months. Happy October to you. Oh! Oh no!
Still with me, boy?
Why is he going backwards now? No way. No. Break. Why did it... The ghost just made it... Or the witch ghost. It's more like a witch ghost. There's a red dot out there. Alright. Is he gonna go backwards again? Dude, I don't want to go backwards. I did not tell you to go backwards. Okay, I think that's it. It just ends here, right? Because now it's slowing down. Okay.
Stick to the light, buddy. Should be safer this way.
It's weird, though, how you don't... Okay, you have to kind of slow it down. No! I didn't say backwards. When you're going forward, you can't even look what's ahead of you unless you slow down. I don't like that. So I'm just gonna... Ah, there we go. More logs. So we hit a dead end anyways. Move, dude. Is he stuck again?
You hanging in there, bullet?
Dude, are you serious? Okay.
It's our stop, buddy.
Can't be is that way. So we should be in the right place. Ooh. Let there be light. Ooh, that's a witch. That's the witch. Haha. Oh, the witch is here. Ah. Got you. Got you. Got you. Haha. Go away. Haha. Good dog.
Bullet.
Oop, I saw you run. Ha, saw you run. There you are. Haha. We got it. Ooh, we're safe. We're safe. Okay.
Come here.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Spookiness is real, Treppy boy. Yes, it is. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. So we should basically be here at the maintenance shed, right? Or is this where we came from? Mm-mm. This is where we came from. So there's a shed.
Bullet.
Or some light source. Okay, but I can't get there this way.
Come here.
Where's he at?
Search.
Your dog would leave you? Like Santa's little helper in that episode. But then he redeemed himself. Okay. That's the light we just turned on. There's another light source over here. So I gotta get over there. Uh-huh. No, that's the train cart. But this is the light I turned on? Because that looks like another light over there. Follow the light. Have I seen videos of the cowardly dogs? I can't say I have. I don't know how many hours of game time there is in Blair Witch, but I'm on chapter 8. Dude, I can't. It's like you go through the woods to find the light source and then it just disappears. That's where we're at. I'm trying to go here. But it won't let me. So maybe I need to just go back. Here. Here. Okay. Yes. Ooh. I'm halfway through. Okay. Good to know. Lights just went out? Of course. Why does the flashlight seem... Maybe because I'm looking at his hand and not the light in front of me. But it seems darker than usual. Maintenance shed, where are you? This is the maintenance shed.
Go figure. I can't take it out with the power on.
I just electrocuted him.
Going blind.
But is this the power? No. Yeah. Merc Gunnin. Thanks for the raid. Playing Blair Witch, you guys. Why is he not? Oh, there's a log. Okay. We're supposed to be going to the maintenance shed.
It won't work. The fuse is missing.
We can't just switch the fuse out.
I need to replace the fuse to turn on the light.
You don't say.
Had some spares lying around.
Okay, so I have to look for spares. They won't let me switch one out for another. Hey dog, find me some stuff. Find me some fuses.
Seek.
I always look this way, even without the red light. Chat has a good saying for it. RSF, or resting stone face. Welcome to the club. Okay, so the dog is not going to help me tonight. Oh, it's so dark. I mean, he doesn't jump, so what? I gotta go on the other side of this?
Bullet.
Ah, okay. There's the stair. Where the hell it? What the hell? Open. I hate when you have to get so close. But I can't have the light. Boo. Where's the dog? He's been lost in the woods for 15 years. Okay, the lights are on? Yes, kind of. It's still dark. Do my eyes hurt in the light? It's not the light, actually. It's actually the game. After a while, it does strain your eyes because it's so dark. But the light is actually pretty calm on the eyes. It's just a filter, actually. It's a filter over my light. So, maintenance shed, dude? None of this looks like a maintenance shed. Ah, up there maybe. See if there's anything laying here. Yes. Achievement unlocked. Counseling. Ooh, that looks like a bloody animal. Psychological report. Background summary and reasons for referral. Patient brought in by parents due to extreme panic attacks, insomnia, and sleepwalking after a traumatic experience. I advise 3 therapeutic sessions per week. During a preliminary interview, I was able to determine the following. The patient actively avoids recalling the event. He experiences vivid nightmares since the event. Possible coping mechanism. He exhibits emotional numbness, irrational aggression, and disassociation to the event. Overall, he's very nervous. Possible undiagnosed anxiety neurosis. Are they talking about him? Dog's just chilling again. Ellis is like, that's too much, man. I'm having another drink. Okay, so nothing else here. There's nothing in this thing? Did I miss something here? No. Just more logs.
One is more twisted than the last.
No. Okay. Keep going. That's it? I need tools. And none of this looks like a maintenance shed. There's more lights over there. So that just took me in a full circle, but I'm going to do it one more time because I want to make sure I went. There's a light there and there's a light here. So did I miss a path? Light to the left, light to the right. Nezodam, thanks for the gifted sub. So it only lets me go, Yes. Okay, once again, stuck. It let me go under, but can we continue here? Come on. Here we go. Dude, there it is. I see it. But why is the path dead ending? There's the dog. Yes, come on, dog. Take me. Ah! It's too dark. I see it. Okay, dog, take me. Come on.
Seek. Nothing there, huh?
He doesn't want to take me. I see it. Okay, so this is all dead end and I can't walk through any of this or crawl under it. Boo boo. Will it let me duck under it? Nah. Use the log as a bridge. I was just looking at that, but can I? Nope. How the hell do we... I had to duck under a log. I know it's a game, but I'm not a fan of dressing up dogs. It's this log here is what it looks like, but how the hell do I get back up? There we go. Is this a path? No. Man. Okay, this is not the right one. I'm not a fan of dressing up dogs either. In the game, it's cool. If anybody is being banned, they're not getting banned, they're getting timed out because they're not following the rules. You guys are not being banned, you're simply not following the rules, so the moderators will time you out if you're not using English. They will only ban you if you don't play fair and you talk crap to them. All right. Here I go, stuck again. Here I go. I mean, we entered this way, so there. Jesus. Mother Russia. Okay. So there has to be another path to that log. I was there once, you think? I was under the log that I needed to get up on, but... So I guess I was the right way. I'm just missing something. Yes, there's two logs. There's the first one. There's the first one that I ducked under, that I crawled under. And then there's the second one, and I think it's the second one. But I couldn't figure out how to get up there. It just seemed Okay, can I go this way? No. Once again, no. So was I going the right way? Has anybody got this far in the game? I feel like there has to be a second path. No, the dog has no tip.
Come here, boy. See if you can find something, buddy.
Okay. Nothing again. So I was going the right way. Damn. I think I went to... This is the one. How the hell do I get up there? Dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end. Ah. Nope. Come on. Ding dong. Patience. No, I just walked back down. Okay. Good day from Australia. Now I can't see the freaking shed. There it is. Okay.
This one is barely holding up. See if there's anything to salvage.
Ooh. Anything to salvage? Finally.
One down, one to go.
Another one. Aloha from Hawaii. Cool. What part of Hawaii? Creepy.
Did they get here?
Another one. Ha! Look at the dog. Aloha from Indiana, basically Hawaii. Okay. When I took the camera from that old fool, it was full of senseless chatter, but I saw it. I saw the things it can really do. Through it, I can look into the darkness and see the creatures lurk there without being seen. Through it, I can see the things that escape my eyes. And through it, I can gaze back into the things that I have done. It won't let me forget. Anything here? No, no, no. But I need, he said 1 down. 2 to go? Is that what he said when he grabbed that wheel, the cog? Or the handle?
Search.
Nothing?
You got nothing?
No, this is where I was. Well, I don't want to go back down. And what the hell? They said the maintenance shed had tools and I only got one thing. Valve handle. Okay. But when he picked up the valve, he said 1 down, 2 to go, or something like that. Dude, not even joking, this game is, in this moment, making me queasy. Don't projectile? Yeah, man, I'm not even joking. It's crazy. Nothing here, right? Ugh.
Come on.
Oh, wait. Break. Sweaty palms. Spicy. You meet the witch in every chapter at some point. So we saw the witch a few minutes ago. Okay, I can go back more. No, I said backwards, not forwards. What's happening, man? Why is it doing this? Power on. That would help, huh? I forgot I turned it off. Maintenance shed. Ah, that was not the maintenance shed. Okay.
Let's go, Bullet. Let's hope it's still standing.
Ooh, there's another witch. So there you go. The witch came out twice in this chapter. So you just have to flash the light on it and watch where the dog is barking. Die. Where's Bullet? Bullet. Ooh, good dog. Okay, so.
Aren't you a handsome boy?
Yeah, it's like it's not a witch. You can feel your glutes deforming. You've been sitting for way too long. All right. So the shed is this way. The dog is like this because it was a Halloween feature they did for the game.
Looks like we won't be getting in through here.
Tappy East Creek Timber Co. Maintenance shed inventory. As of June 26, 1953. 2 pressure gauge, 6 grinding wheels, 13 drive belts, a brass valve, canvas fire hose. Signed, Robert Fines. Robert, make an order for more valves. Excuse me. Camp B took the last one for their steam donkey. And now we're out of spares. Stan. So there was nothing here. Does that mean I actually have to go? What's that? Is that just a glitch? Or the light flashing? Glitch. Nothing here, really. Ha. Another photo. That one didn't have a name. Uh-oh, Fluffy out with the gifted subs. I just want to make sure I didn't miss something here on the left. I had a cough with the dog. So what? I guess I have to go to Camp B now that that notice said they took the extra valve. I guess so.
Jump on.
Fluffy out with the gifted sub. Thank you, sir. Okay. I wonder if the train, does anybody know if the train... This... Okay, so this is a little confusing. I can't tell if we're at Camp B. Because there's no arrow. It just seems like this side is Camp A and this side is Camp B. There's no arrows for either. I would say that's Camp A. Just based on how the wood looks. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Should I walk this way into the darkness? I'm gonna look at the map again. So this is pretty much Camp A, I would say. So yeah, I'm gonna take the train We made it to the upper steam donkey. I think we need to be down. Alright. Let's go down a little more. Or do I need to change the track at all? No, I'm just going backwards. Duh.
Pull it up. Still with me, boy?
The other part is at the back of the maintenance shed. I only picked up one at the maintenance shed. And it said that the second one was at Camp B. So I feel like I've already gone this path, though. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I'm taking a wild guess. Because at the maintenance shed, it said Camp B took... stop. The maintenance shed... Haha, Camp B. The maintenance shed said Camp B took all the parts. Or took the spares. So... here we are. But we've already been here. So did I miss something here? No, I picked it up at the maintenance shed already. I didn't, because I only have one. Look. So I have the valve. Just one. And I just got that at the maintenance shed. So I missed one here then. Check inventory. Do I need more than one? I'm going to the internet because I actually have to. I don't have that much time left. I have some friends coming over, so I've already gone over longer than I thought I would. Oh, it's too bright. Okay. Camp B valve. You only need one. Ah, thank you. Okay, so I can go back. I guess I should have tried that first. But when he picked the one valve up, he said one down. So I thought that meant that was a clue for I need more than one. Thank you, Fluffy. Where's my train?
Jump on.
This is Blair Witch. I'm so sorry.
Something can be screwed onto this pipe.
Yeah. But what? I didn't see any tools. Ooh, I have an idea. Uh-huh. Boom. Jay Sill, thank you for the sub. Fluffy, thank you for another gifted sub. Oops. Nope. Don't want that. Okay. So now the valves are back. Ah, no. I still need something. Yeah, this is Bullet. They did like a Halloween costume for him.
I think a pressure gauge goes in here.
Man, I thought rewinding it would bring the pressure gauge back. So what happens if I try to use the valve? Sponge. Oh, the valve went on. Really? What does a sponge do? I did not notice the sponge before. That's weird. Hey! Oh, it cleaned him. Alright, so I'm missing a very big component. And this is super frustrating because I'm going to watch the video one more time. It's frustrating because I have to go and it's probably not going to save a lot of this. This game saves from the beginning of the chapter. Wow. Just Cumin. Look at that big raid. Just Cumin. Haha. Very funny. Well, hello, raiders. Except you have picked a really bad time to raid because I'm about to end my stream. I gotta go. I have friends coming over. And I'm really annoyed because I'm playing Blair Witch, and when you save the game, it actually doesn't pick up from, like, where you were necessarily. You have to start at the beginning of the chapters. So, it's behind the shed? Alright, let's see. I didn't see it before. Last night I searched. Let's search again. If you're right, I freaking love you. Behind this shed or the maintenance shed? I did a circle of the maintenance shed too. For sure the maintenance shed, huh? No, near Camp B? No. Camp B is Camp B. The maintenance shed. I looked around the maintenance shed. I didn't see anything. Man. You've seen people start where they saved before. It didn't for me. The one with the inventory list. Yeah, I checked around there. I didn't check good enough. Man. What time is it? Nah, I gotta go. Man. This sucks. So where will it save? So this is where I saved last night. The crossroads. I'm going to write over chapter 3. And, okay. So at least it saves something. So it saves in the middle of the chapter at least. So I guess it depends how far you are. But on chapter 7, I must have not got that far for it to save. So, okay, at least. The lantern has infinite battery. I don't know. It's kind of weird, actually, because in some parts of the game, he's supposed to be a soldier. So he'll have these PTSD flashbacks. And there was a point where he was having a flashback and the flashlight quit working. So that was an interesting part of the game. But it doesn't always happen. So yeah, basically it has infinite battery. Barao. Oh, man, not even joking, you guys. I really did get queasy at one point with all that sound. It's weird. No, I did not get the valve. I have to go back and get it. You passed the shed on the way to the camp. I was at the shed, actually. And I got the first valve. I mean, I got the wheel. Yeah, so I have to go back. I just missed it. I just missed it. Dang. All right, you guys. Sorry to the raiders that are just coming into the channel, but I have friends coming. So, oh, I'm looking at the wrong chat. Unfortunately, I have to go. Man, dang. Give me 1 second before I log off. No. No. No.
Top. Baited it.
All right, I'm not going to do raid simply because I don't have time right now. But we'll get back to some raids later on. All right, you guys. That's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thanks, chat. Thanks to all the new subs. Don't forget the giveaway is still going. I'm going to leave it up for a couple weeks for those of you that are still new to my channel, so you guys can earn points. Thank you. Good night or good day, wherever you are.